is Bussey, and I am an inventor, and this is video number 2. And I also like to find resolutions of problems that are facing our country. First invention I'm going to talk about is I looked at the seats that are in coach departments in airlines, and I find them to be extremely cramped, and I think everybody else in the United States does too. It's not a favorable position you want to be in, all cramped up and people leaning on you and there's not enough leg room, etc. But it's the airlines keeping the rates down. So what I've done is invented a new type of seat for the airlines, which the airlines will profit. The passengers will enjoy it more because there will be more space, and it's a simplistic process, but it has to be some give and take. Now, the first thing I did is the overhead compartments of the airlines, I removed them completely. No more can you bring bags in, put them in the overhead, and stuff them away, and find a place to put them, and etc., etc. What I've done was I elevated the seats in the coach department up 4 to 6 inches. By elevating them more, it'll give you more leg room. The average height for the male in the United States is about 5'10", and women, I think it's about 5'4" to 5'5". So the way they're set up right now, there's not enough leg room. So by elevating the seats, you have leg room. The second thing I did was underneath the seat, where you walk in, sit down, there's like a cushion you're sitting on. Well, you'll be able to lift that cushion up, and there'll be a storage compartment underneath it. It'll be large enough for a briefcase, small items, carry-on items, and stuff like that. The way they design it will be just right. And before you get on the plane, there'll be a size to test it out before you get on the plane and do this. This will give us more headroom and more space for your legs, and it'll speed up time for loading and unloading on the aircraft. And this is what will save the airlines some money, and also passengers too. I've seen passengers get on board and they have large suitcases that won't even fit in the overhead compartment. So it delays the aircraft. They have to put it down in the belly. They complain, and they're not aware if they've been flying enough, or they're just trying to, I don't know. But we're going to do away with that. The next thing we'll do is, built in the front of your head, your seat that's in front of you, there will be your oxygen mask for each individual sitting in the seat. There will be a video camera, if that's, or a video camera slash TV monitor. So if you want to watch movies or whatever, or you could be able to plug in. Imagine coming in with your iPod and being able to plug in and watch movies. And there'll also be a scanner for you to watch movies while you're in flight. Plus, by doing all this, you'll give you more space for the belly underneath the aircraft to carry more baggages and packages and stuff like that, and it'll give you more room for the flight attendants to have in the aircraft itself. Now you're probably thinking about, what about overhead displays? There still could be overhead displays you could put on the wall or whatever else for emergencies, or if you want to call a flight attendant, you just press a button and it'll light up. Alright, that's my first invention. I hope you like that one. Next one is ceiling fans. I've noticed that one of my problems is I have a ceiling fan, and I have about 4 or 5 of them in the house. And once they get kind of cluttered up with dust, it becomes very inconvenient. I have to bring the ladders in and clean them off. What I've done is, in Formula One racing and Indy cars, they have tearaway vision covers, shields. And I want to do the same process for fans, ceiling fans, is that if you start building up on dust, you just simply peel away the dust and the dirt, and it saves you a long headache time from cleaning. It could be about 2 inches, 3 inches in length, and that will be very convenient for a person like me who has clean fans. You guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. Next thing is, I've got some ideas for movies. I would like to see Brad Pitt play Harvey, the same Harvey that Jimmy Stewart played. I think he received an Academy Award for it. So 7 foot tall or 6'5" tall or whatever it is, rabbit, invisible rabbit, that you kind of see him at the end. I think Brad Pitt could pull that off really well. Next one is Helena Bonham Carter, I think she'd be a great Betty Davis. I think she's one of the best actresses we have out there today. I think that they haven't even tapped her capabilities as being an actress. I think if she puts in the right role, way to go. There's also a movie that her and Johnny Depp could play together that Betty Davis played in when she was the Apple lady. And I think all you know who know a lot about movies, you can know that one. Next one was Johnny Depp as a Knights Templar. He goes off with a group of guys down to Jerusalem back in the I think 10th century, and discovers artifacts that were like the book of the Jews that Moses started writing back at the very beginning, or other artifacts of Christians, and we could actually turn it into like a Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's Knights Templar. And all the Knights Templar weren't bad, by the way. The next invention I have is it's a mirror that has a camera in the corner of it, and you can control the zooming in and zooming out of the mirror. It's kind of a simplistic process. You put a little camera in there and you have a remote control, and if you want to zoom in on different components of what you're looking at, you know, your dress or suit or whatever, you zoom in or zoom out, or it depends on the size and what you want to do. Well, that's all the inventions I have for today and ideas. I'll have a lot more in video number 3, and I hope you enjoyed this, and have a wonderful day.